Dr. Duntsch looked disheveled. He had 2 days of stubble. He had pinpoint pupils and hardly seemed to blink. And there was something else. Duntsch had a hole about the size of a nickel in the back of his scrubs.
More sponges. There's too much blood in the field. I can't see anything. More suction?
Suction.
Suture.
This isn't right.
No, it isn't. We gotta run stat H&H.
You need to say something. Oh, shit. Should we start the cell saver, Doctor?
Focus on your job.
There's a lot of bleeding, Doctor. We should get an A-line kit, 14 gauge IV, blood warmer. Maybe give ICU a heads up. We gotta get this under control, Doctor.
We? You mean me? I need to get this under control.
Yes, Doctor, you need to get this under control. Perhaps we bring in vascular.
What's vascular going to do when
Naval
you can't
assistance
get the
stuff.
blood pressure under control?
This is not an issue with the blood pressure.
Well, why don't we start there, shall we? See the disc. Retract.
Christopher Duntsch is an impaired physician, a sociopath, and must be stopped from practicing medicine by the Texas Medical Board immediately.
You're prepared to file a formal complaint?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
You are going to suspend his license. I mean, what happens to him in the meantime?
We can't do that.
Why the hell not?
The attorneys won't go for that. We'd be opening ourselves up to a lawsuit.
I thought protecting the public was the priority.
That's our #1 priority.
But what's to prevent him from seeking privileges at any one of the other 400 hospitals in the state?
Dr. Duntsch has resigned from Baylor.
Should have been
He no longer has privileges at Dallas Medical. He has no privileges anywhere. Perhaps he's taking some personal time, getting his head straight, after what was a difficult week.
Difficult week. You know what? There was a urologist, you got me? Accused by a patient of fondling his genitals. A urologist. These morons pursued the case. I mean, this feels like we gotta draw blood in order to move the needle. Duntsch was distracted? Give me a break.
Well, they're not wrong. He lost privileges at 2 hospitals. News travels fast.
Not fast enough.
But we voiced our concern. We filed a complaint. They launched an investigation. What more would you like to do?
I want to break his damn hands.
Dr. Kirby, we have no choice but to respect the integrity of this process.
Did you hear those goobers in there? The process is gonna f us. The system is broken.
And we are a part of that system.
Oh, this.
Basically, his reaction was, you're a nurse, I'm a doctor, I know what I'm doing, I can do it with whatever you have on hand, and just get it scheduled.
I asked for the charge nurse.
Yeah, well, you got the cheapest surgery.
She's my patient. Her treatment is my decision.
Well, today this is my hospital. And when you applied for privileges here, you didn't check the little red box that said brain surgery.
You are interrupting an extremely delicate spinal fusion.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you called for this interruption.
Because I presumed that you were shrewd enough to simply sign off.
Well, I'm just a country hick from the Bronx, so let me put this in a manner even I can understand. We don't do craniotomies at this hospital. And you are a guest here at Dallas Medical. If one of our staff tells you we don't have privileges for a procedure, it is not an invitation for debate.
I have privileges everywhere across this city.
Oh, you do?
I will ensure that not a single patient comes through your door.
Wow, that would be so tragic.
Get the f out of my OR!
I'm going to walk you through what's about to happen. You will complete your work on Madeline Bayer. She's been open far too long. You will then transfer Dorothy Burke out of your care. There will be no more discussion of craniotomies, no more arguments.
You will do it, and then you will get the out of my OR.
So you're telling me that if they had notified the board He could have been stopped within days of that.
These are people dying because they're afraid of a lawsuit.
Oh,
Hello?
what a surprise.
Hey, Amy.
Afternoon, Randy. So, how can I help you?
Christopher Duntsch.
Oh, boy.
That about sums it up.
He operated on a patient at Legacy Frisco a few days ago.
He left a hole in her esophagus, sliced through her vocal cord.
We parted ways with Dr. Duntsch almost a year ago.
Well, what can you tell us about this reference that you wrote for Dr. Duntsch?
I didn't write anything.
Well, whatever law firm you paid to write.
And it isn't a reference letter. It's a letter stating there were no restrictions or suspensions of his privileges.
But it implies that there's nothing in his record to preclude him from working at other hospitals. He maimed people here. He killed Shelley Brennan by drilling through her vertebral artery.
He also did that to another patient.
Shouldn't that have precluded him from employment at other hospitals?
I have to be careful about what I say right now.
Whoa. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone here, like I'm staring at the face of a cover-up.
That's offensive.
Well, I'll make sure to pass on how offended you are to his other victims.
Facts were disputed in some of his surgeries here.
Surgeries? Yeah, I saw one of his air quote surgeries here firsthand.
And yet somehow, Dr. Kirby, I didn't receive your complaint. Our letter for Dr. Duntsch is our fair and honest appraisal of his standing at this institution.
Was Duntsch ever suspended? Your letter indicates that he was under investigation, and since it's your policy to suspend any doctor under investigation, I assume that you follow through with your policy.
Yes, you're correct. We did. As I recall, it was 21 days.
Well, that's convenient.
Excuse me?
National Practitioner Data Bank.
Yeah, that thing established by Congress.
I know.
To warn the public and other hospitals about bad doctors.
I know.
You only have to report the ones that are suspended for 30 days or more.
How come you didn't report Duntsch to the Texas Medical Board?
I think we're done here.
Can I ask you a personal question? Would you let Duntsch operate on you?
Lies of omission do not make this institution any less complicit, Miss Beale.
Jerry's ICU nurse said later that she felt Chris seemed remarkably unconcerned when he would come into Jerry's room. He felt that Chris was keeping him in the dark.
All Jerry would say to me is, I want to die, kill me, I want to die.
I hear you're having some muscle weakness in your extremities.
Where you been, dumb face?
I had an L4, L5 lumbar procedure right after yours. Look, Jerry, once you're out of my OR, your case and care are transferred to other hospital staff. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to leave another patient to come see you.
Oh, they really suck to take him over my care. But fuck it. You're here now. What's going on with me, man?
The anesthesiologist administered an incorrect dosage. This led to swelling in your spinal cord and the quadriplegia. But you give it a week, a course of steroids, you'll be better than before, as promised.
Okay, Chrissy. You say it's temporary. I'll believe you. I'll chill out.
Good.
Hey, Chrissy. Thanks.
Why did you tell him that? It's clear from the images that the
Swelling is not going down, I'm aware. We need to alleviate the pressure on his spine. I want you to prep an OR. We're going back in. Posterior this time.
Are you gonna tell him?
No, he'll just freak out more than he already is.
But he needs to sign the consent forms.
I spoke to his grandma. She signed off.
Are you sure you want to do this? Maybe Dr. O'Connor could take over the case?